And in today's Eye on Health with our partners at Highmark and AHN, we're talking with the team that keeps the Pirates healthy for those long games over a long season. Maybe you have seen the spots of the doctors working with the players here. And Tyone working with the team medical director, Dr. Patrick DeMeo. AHN cares for the team in spring training and throughout the season as well, but they can also help all athletes at all levels stay healthy and perform at their peak. And I'm happy to have Dr. DeMeo with us today, along with the Pirates head team physician, Dr. Edward Snell. Welcome, gentlemen. Thank you for being here.
Morning. Thank you.
Yeah. Now, this was interesting, and this was new to me. You all have been designated by what, the U.S. Olympic team as official care providers for Olympic athletes as well?
That's correct. The U.S. Olympic Committee decided that right after the Olympics, there's so many tens of thousands of athletes across the country. They designated 6 medical centers across the United States in different regions to help take care of those athletes because it was too costly and inefficient to bring them all to Colorado Springs at one time.
So you guys are one of them now.
Yes.
And it makes sense because you've been involved with many sports teams, notably the Pirates. Tell us about what it takes to get the Pirates ready for the start of the season. I mean, you're down there doing spring training, right?
Well, I think the most important thing for people to realize is that we've been at this already for 8 weeks.
Yeah.
Right? So we started in the beginning of February. But the most important thing, I think, at this time of the year for us as the medical team is really to emphasize preventative medicine.
Okay.
To teach the guys the proper things to do to try to keep themselves as healthy as possible. Now, not everyone listens, but we try. And it's also a team. It's not just the doctors, right? We have our athletic trainers, our physical therapists, our nutritionists, our strength and conditioning coaches, our mental health coaches. So there's a lot that goes into this that's just not doctors.
Yeah, and we talk about these elite athletes, but all of this can apply to us everyday folks too. I mean, with summer coming, people are getting more involved, more active. What is it that we should all be doing to sort of prevent injuries?
I think the most important thing, and I'm guilty of this myself, I'm sure you are, I know Ed is that at the end of the day, you try to do too much too soon.
Oh, okay.
And then what happens, you end up with overuse injuries. And I always like to kind of kid people and say, you know what, you injured yourself by trying to be healthy. Now think about how crazy that sounds,
the
right?
paradox
I'm
there,
trying to stay healthy and I just hurt myself, right? So the thing is to just try not to bite off more than you can chew, do no more than 10% intensity in a week, and go slow. And if you go slow, you're going to be okay.
Yeah, and even when you do go slow, injuries can happen. And I know there are new techniques to treat those kind of injuries that we want to learn about. So tell us a little bit about what new things you guys are doing.
I think the two most important things is the advent of biological treatment. You know, before it used to just be medical treatment, medicines, cortisone, anti-inflammatories. But now we've kind of gotten to the realm of platelet-rich plasma and stem cell treatment that are very effective in certain situations. They can also be ineffective if they're not used wisely. And also, over the last 2 decades, there's been so many advances in surgical technology that things that I did 20 years ago today are obsolete.
And I was telling you before we came on, your office, I am such a fan of your office because my mom went there maybe 10 years ago and you helped her out because she had a problem, not enough cartilage in her knee and a couple shots, and she was on her way. And so you guys are heroes to me because she was really suffering.
Well, thank you. And it's really true. I mean, at the end of the day, what we try to do is to help people get better and avoid surgery when necessary, and make it only happen when it truly is the option of last resort.
Yeah, we were talking about injuries, and something that is top of mind for a lot of parents whose kids are involved in sports is concussion, and that's a real concern for many people. What advice would you give parents who are concerned about that, whose kids are involved in sports where that is very likely or could happen?
Yeah, so to be aware that your kid's in a sport that could have a possibility of having a concussion, notice if your kid does anything different, like lability, emotional lability, not sleeping well, headaches that don't seem to be their norm. Anything like that could really clue you in that there may have been an injury to the brain. And treating that appropriately is very important because your brain health is extremely important down the line. We need to have those kids, you know, have nice brains and brains that effectively work when they get older. So treating it very, very like putting importance on it is very important.
Yeah, and detection, sure. If there's an injury, to make sure that they get looked at and find out what damage really was there, right?
We used to think that putting people at rest for long periods of time is good, but now just like in orthopedics where your injuries, you put them into physical therapy, we slowly get them back into activities a lot quicker than we used to think was the way to go.
All right, very good. Thank you for the information today. And it's exciting. You're like a celebrity because you're in those commercials all the time. I'm sure people are like, that's the guy from the commercial.
Well, I feel bad for my wife sometimes.
Well, thank you for being on today. I appreciate it.
Thanks, David. I really appreciate you having us on today. Thank
Good
you.
information. And keep watching our Eye on Health series here on PTL. It is every other Wednesday, sponsored by Highmark Blue Cross Blue Shield together with Allegheny Health Network.